the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Emra ana eba ebeto odwa across all the social media platform. Say Dr. Dominic Ayine a aban lawyer penny Attorney General and Minister for Air Justice drop all charges against Madam Medra Donko the third accused for the ongoing trial Kwabena Adubuahin, former Director General of Air National Signal Bureau and the 49 million Ghana cedi scandal. Na court call asetina na aban lawyer penny na Deputy Attorney General Dr. Srem sai ekopi mo court as well as Kwabena Adubuahin honest lawyer penny lawyer Samuel Atta ana Madam Medra Donko no say the third accused no also lawyers ekopi mo court na ho ana Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Srem sai eko raise consensus na koka say odi nsem ekotu bia say omo and the two charges ebo Madam Medra Donko the third accused count 10 and count 11 count 10 no money laundering say what disika or bosika udra no disika udra and 2 conspiracy say wani obi a committee abom disas kanu udra sa 2 charges we and the ball Madam Medra Donko the third accused efa Kwabena Adubuahin case no enti aho ana temuafo no reply and I didn't send a two just say and no cronam social media and uncle ha sa asemwe ajibabia say Attorney General drop all charges against Madam Medra Donko the third accused no kwa okan bi enti Dr. Srem sai Deputy Attorney General ne how ankasa anything and almost same ankasa anything the ho and say omo and the case we about court say Madam Medra Donko the third accused Inti omo say omo ba be court no say omo drop all charges and omo withdraw a case no Madam Medra Donko the third accused no fan hudi na ho ana Kwabena Adubuahin lawyer penny lawyer Atta and Deputy Attorney General Dr. Srem sai ho anche no court room ho de yenje bre yentie Angel Dickson abana amabrako reporting live the course of court room nyina bono
ye nim na ama ye na owura Kwabena Adubuahin ene Medra Donko omo ensem no court sesen
afa ne court aka nyina ne se nra hu se na newsletter bi ne nam court document bi ne nam ese Medra Donko ye jai no ene na court na hye se ese ye kwa setena nti hwemfoni ya ne lawyer Medra Donko lawyer na eban na mitwamfoni bi kan hwemfoni mfiti ase be onse Medra Donko di kan ha ono watwam wo ho a wo boduku onso oba bi
ase bag san ko mu no
nipa mienu di kan no one Medra Donko ntene ehwerem na opie ntendem no na me camera nso ache no kra da ntene lawyer aban enaja wo fa ahoboko ba na nse ma che no kra da na obasi etwamu de ekoyen nene Enkrata ni nyina ne say Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice Dr. Justice Srem sai na officially obebo court na amane say ya na de asem baaye asem aye de baaye say ababawa Medra Donko no ne kwadu ye mienu count 10 and count 11 ne edi kan say wadi sika hudwa ye beka say money laundering na ne tosumeni conspiracy say one obi kan omtibo om so mbedi sa edwa no na edwadie no eba so na no na Deputy Attorney General echemuche court ni say we de enye case bia case ni say on person mo withdraw eno temu afa ni say ebo me kra de enu anwumre me nenam social media me kofa me fo na me hu say sankrata ne kra no mo di kan kra de agu social media ho ekra ededa enti me de me kan kakra wo ho na wo ha on say no so me ha on say ababa wan ye twa ne di afi ye nkrata mu ye discharge ne yes record ni say ye yankasa ye discharge no e de afim na moye ne sade a ena ewa na ora Atta Samu Atta sorry a wono lawyer ni edema Kwabena Adubuahin sorry janos otemuafo Attorney General ntimi fa na no meka se ye twa obi di mu afi court nkrata mu ntinu ye mfa pen entwetwa din mu saa keke o se debi ye nya ne sa we a court of record enti I say omo amend charge sheet no na ye hunu se ye yi ababa wani din kura firim na no kura no be ye ne sa gise obebo court na mane no file the friend notice anase motion of file na court ne ma ne ho kwan no aye ne oye no se debi enti ofa ene koye anoba ba ya ye ko wi ase no se de debi aye kase emra no ene a lawyer for be kan otemuafo ene kura asem no otemuafo ne tena ase ebobo hu wie no se da bi ohwa a ye betimi de pen atwitwam baabi wo hɔ a baabi ani din wo no ne yɛtwam baabi ani din wo ne yɛtwam utwam nso saa na ɛsɛ ne ofa wo na utwam a wo sign no signature wo hɔ na di adanse sɛ aha me na metwa mu me ye mistake nti matwerɛ me din anase me signature ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna court ne ma akwan ɛna gya yɛtwa mu saa wie no officially court sɛ we discharge Mildred Donko edi nafim na fa ne yɛtete wakyire ne sɛ Mildred Donko yɛ ne yɛ discharge ni sɛ wɔ kɔ akɔgyina attorney general afa no adi adanse edi atia kwabena dubuan our father na etimisi
obi ananko ye bɔ no kwadu di afra kwabena
ya bɔ ne kwadu
ya bɔ ne dada and then wo sign aba gyina
ane
wow edi atia
kwabena dubuan
asem de be gyina ne be dia wo gyina no
baby
very nice situation pa
we free accused person kwa akɔgyina prosecution witness
banka be yidi ahine
afa sisi manya mfa ho de nka megina
prosecution witness
afa na okoyo tipa woko ewie na ne lawyer sere court nse otemuafo ne aye de say case ne nka ho bi oti ye di kan akọ to afa me PF court dem ho no na the second witness ena ekwa court na dakem ne ne lawyer edi nkomo ema elekplem abamava echeche mu kakra e de chensemcho for yentie kakra mra.
It doesn't because, there are also other charges relating to the crime of stealing. And if you see, my client was not mentioned as being part of the crime of stealing. The name only appears in count, I think 11 or 12 or so. 10, 11, yes. So it's pretty clear that in terms of the formation of whatever has gone wrong, she was not part of that conclave, to decide on anything. So that's all I'll say.
On a personal note,
I'll leave that to my client. They knew each other before me, so I wouldn't want to get involved. My work does not extend to that.
Afantini lawyer ena odisa nchemba na fa quick one me fi court aba ne na nim sasam kase ba kwa Ghana obi ani di achi NSS beka se scandal ba ya asem no ya file document as to say time ben ena ye be friend ene na ya shadow case no for awie me no kasa se si a ade a ononyamfo osei asibe entry ni case ni ya frɛ aka awie se si a no fa ne apie mu nyina ne se court otemuafo Kizita na kowa kwashi eti dwam criminal court 5 ahye se accused person ora osei asibe entry onfa ne ho enkokyere NIB National Investigation Bureau 20th October won Kramantem heya na ne akosi nyina ne se bra ye fra asem no prosecution attorney general DPP obai kyerɛ se nokre omunya papa ne survey no enkrata ye hu social media na yakọ file wo court nyina officially yen survey o say asibe entry
do beti bia yes asat now yen fa krata share ne nsem se Kwadwo ayede ball no enkrata ni yegie na ne lawyer kyerɛ se omo so ate say ya charge no officially yen charge ni nti no was record ni se beye yanka court no entu asem no enhye danti court say papa ne fa ne ho nkɔkyerɛ NIB won Kramantem 20th October na fe yen siesie prosecution ni siesie omhuye na yen fa ne mepiem court me no kasa nso gifty oware mensa wono nso gina court sisi a wono de ne oma court sisi a che ne say ye take ni plea as to say obe plead guilty or not guilty of ye ne de che meje de say bia ye be sorry no no nso ne de ne ya conclude ya ye de betu dwento say si be entry de ne de no officially and serving in TSC on fa ne ho enkokyere NIB 20th yo amadwuma ama bra kwan for court nsembie no en waka bom de abai na
Our colleague who was in court, Kyea Asante, would give us an update on how this afternoon the former National Signals Bureau boss Kwadwo Edubuahin's attempt to put his trial on hold had failed after the High Court threw out an application by his lawyers to stay proceedings in his trial. Now, the lawyers wanted the trial to be paused as they pursued an appeal over a prior decision of the court denying them access to certain disclosure materials. A member of our legal desk, Kwadwo Asante, was in court and has joined us via phone to give us updates. Kwadwo, if you can hear me, first tell us about this application for stay of proceedings and maybe how the ruling went down in court.
So, in previous sessions of this case, lawyers for Kyea and made the application setting up, we believe, to help them, I think, see that
Kwadwo, I'm going to have you reposition yourself so we can hear you.
Hello, Anna, can you hear me?
Yes, you're clear. Thank you.
Yes, I'm saying that in the last 2 days prior to this date in court, Ayine and his lawyers had made a certain application asking for certain documents to make their case stronger in court. They have been denied those documents and they decided that they were going to appeal at the court of appeal. And therefore, they had applied to the High Court on the 6th trial to put a case, 10 days is not by the case. The trial court did not have changed that, which means that the trial was currently, and that's the case, that the stay of proceedings that lawyers for the community were seeking happens inside.
Well, Kwadwo, we'll try again with this next question to see if you can be clear enough. Otherwise, we may have to raise you later in the bulletin or subsequent bulletins. But so the AG also formally announced that. You're watching news today. Let's get into other stories now. Later today in court, former executive director of the National Service Authority, Nsem-Pii, and his deputy, Gifty Owari, appeared in court to answer charges of alleged financial misconduct involving several millions of cedis. Adom FM's Prince Owusu was at the High Court and joins us as well for details. Prince, tell me what happened in court today?
Yes, I was in court this morning around 9 a.m. to listen to proceedings hearings, but when I got here, there was nothing going on. We sat there from 9 to 11 when one of the lawyers for accused persons, lawyer Nsem-Pii, came and told us that there is no record showing that the case or the hearing is going to take place today. So he and other lawyers left. But as I'm speaking to you, I'm still at the court and I've seen lawyer Nsem-Pii and his lawyers. They've come back. They are here at the court, and one of the lawyers that I approached told me they are going to sit for the case. So I'm in front of the court, and I want to enter inside, and I'll be able to tell you if the case, the hearing will come on or it will not come on. But in the morning, around 11 o'clock, he told us that the case will not come on. But as I speak to you, he and other lawyers have entered, and I asked one of the lawyer, a lady, she told me they are going for the case. So I don't know what is going on. So I'm yet to enter again to find out if that case or that proceedings will take place today.
Thank you for staying there, and if you do, you would update us as well. But I'll take you back to the National Signals Bureau boss, former boss, and I have Kwadwo. Kwadwo, I'll give you an update. Let's see, you were quite not clear earlier. Tell me what happened in court today.
Hello?
Yes, Kwadwo, I can hear you.
Can you take your question again?
Well, Kwadwo, tell me what happened in court today, especially about the stay of proceedings that the defense was seeking for.
Prior to today, lawyers for Kwadwo, he had made certain applications before the court. They were asking for certain documents, certain disclosures that they believed will help them make their case. The judge in this matter, Justice Nyante, had denied them that application and denied them those disclosures. And they decided that they were going to file an appeal at the Court of Appeal to challenge the decision by the trial High Court. For which reason, they came back to the High Court and asked for a stay of proceedings, which simply means that they wanted a trial to be put on hold pending the determination of the matters that they've taken to the Court of Appeal. Today, Justice Nyante reasoned that there's no reason to put on hold this trial while that appeal subsists at the Court of Appeal, and therefore dismiss same, which has meant that that trial is expected to continue. And in fact, prior to today taking about 1 hour break, the case was continuing, and the state had called this next prosecution witness and asked them several questions before the proceedings were put on hold for 1 hour. So the application by lawyers for Kwabena Duboahin, led by Samuel Atta, to put the entire trial on hold has been dismissed.
So the AG made a formal announcement today in court, specifically on the withdrawal of the charges against the third accused.
Yes, MFA, we know that yesterday we saw some court documents that purported to show that the Attorney General was dropping charges against one Mildred Donko. He's the third accused person in the case the state has built against Kwabena Duboahin. Today, the AG formally informed the court of this decision that they have taken to drop charges against Mildred Donko, who we know now has become a prosecution witness and will be called at some point to testify in favor of the state. While Justice Srem, the Deputy Attorney General, was on his feet addressing the court formally on the decision to drop the charges against Mildred Donko, Samuel Atta, a lawyer for Kwabena Duboahin, stood up and had an objection. His objection was that the dropping of the charges against Mildred Donko should have come by way of motion and not by notice of discontinuance, because in his view, the motion will give the judge an opportunity to make a determination as whether or not the charges must be dropped. But the Deputy AG shot back. In the view of Justice Srem's side, the notice of discontinuance is the way to go, because the Attorney General has the prerogative to decide who to file charges against or who not to file charges against. And so any decision to come by way of motion, which will give the judge an opportunity to make a decision on the matter, will impinge on the Attorney General's discretion and his prerogative to file charges and dismiss him. Ultimately, again, the judge agreed with the state in this matter and overruled the objection raised by the lawyers for Kwabena Duboahin, and the ruling was to the effect that the state was right to have come by way of a notice of discontinuance and not a motion. And so 2 objections and 2 applications today raised in favor of Kwabena Duboahin, all of them dismissed by the courts.
For putting some clarity to what happened in court today. Now, away from that, this afternoon, scores of parents and students have trooped to the SHS placement resolution centers in search of answers as the process ends today. And the Form 1 students expected to report tomorrow, school tomorrow. Well, many say they are yet to secure placement for the awards, while others are struggling to change schools due to proximity and financial constraints. Let's listen to some of the parents express frustration on this issue.
I came here around 3:30 just to come and then find a placement for my ward. But as of now, nobody is attending to us. My ward was given, I wanted my son to go to technical school instead of secondary school. So they gave him secondary school. So I decided to come here last 3 weeks to do a change of school for him. But they told me to go for 3 or 2 weeks. Wait for 2 weeks for my placement. But as of now, when I came this morning, they said they've cancelled the earlier placements I did. So I had to restart all over again. So that's why I'm still here waiting to get the school for my ward.
I'm here for placement.
Is it that your child has not been placed at all?
No, my child has been placed, but he got a day school. He got a day school, but we want a STEM school for her. I was here last week, but they said I should fill a form. I fill it. They said I should check it on my phone. I check it, but nothing. So I have to come here today and check whether things will be all right for me.
But Deputy Coordinator for the Free Senior High School Program, Dr. Belinda Glover, is highly optimistic that issues of the parents and students alike will be addressed.
Yes, of course. Some of them have come and some of them to that to be just they have a school or they belong to the school, but they can't just go and follow the process. They're perfect. They'll come back and
We apologize for the audio on that. We'll try and bring you that sound a bit later. But away from that, a key member of Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia's campaign team, Nana Kyea, has launched a strong defense of the Vice President's leadership, declaring that there is absolutely no justification for the New Patriotic Party to replace him as flag bearer. Addressing party supporters at Yeji in the Pro East constituency during the Bono East leg of Dr. Bawumia's Our Journey Together tour, the former Okaikwe South MP said the Vice President's unmatched record spanning 8 years in office and several instances